I have a history of breeding. I've been breeding for 30 years or so. A lot of protection dogs or high energy dogs, such as Rottweilers and Pit Bulls. My daughter here, she's also passed her nursing, so she's also a registered nurse now.
Oh, I know who to borrow the money from.
Right.
Give your dog the best start possible. We offer proven tools, products, and supplements backed by our real-world experience and our passion for healthy dogs.
Get out the way. Who got a watch? Who got the time? I'm raising the clock. Even in my feelings, grind don't stop. Got big dreams, want bigger rocks. I got plans, you got talk. Heard it's real cheap.
Welcome to NWA Corsos podcast, where we talk all things dogs.
I'm about handling my business. No time for stress over bush. You think success is an option? I'm trying to get this poppin' like woo. Big moves. My rules. Y'all heavy on the tweeting. I'll disappear a whole season like woo. Who said they looking for me? I'ma make you wait for it. Spend a few racks on a shopping spree. Yeah, I'ma make you pay for it. Tell them give it to me when I want it, please. Wait till I leg for it. Countdown for me. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ain't that I'ma make
I'm
you
the true champion,
wait for it.
and they make me the underdog. I'm gonna show them all they're wrong because I'm the champion. I'm the real champion. There'll never be one like me.
Pay for it. On my time.
Yes, sir. We are back. I am your brother from another mother, Joe. NWA Connie Corso show. This is a space where breeders, enthusiasts, pet owners, pet lovers, novices, experts, the in-between, wherever, we all gather here. It's a lot of big channels. I'm kind of a smaller channel, but I tell you, we just like the Apollo. We just like the Apollo Theater. Just a bunch of love, a bunch of intensity, and you're amongst your peers for sure. Today, California is in the house. Lotta, Belle, Kennel, Miss Gypsy, and her daughter Kylan. How y'all doing?
Good, how are you? Hi, Joe.
I am in it to win it. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Well, I'm glad y'all are here. Y'all good friends with somebody who's been on my show. I don't know how many damn times, Gerald. Yeah, Gerald of All World Doberman and everything. But I'm gonna turn the floor over to you first, Miss Gypsy, by giving the audience just an introduction of yourself.
Okay, well, I'm Gypsy, and Lotta Belle's Kennel is co-owned with me and my daughter here. And we're breeding right now European Dobermans. And I have a history of breeding. I've been breeding for 30 years or so. A lot of protection dogs or high energy dogs, such as Rottweilers and Pit Bulls. Owned a Belgian Malinois. Didn't breed him, he was a boy. And then now I'm into Dobermans. Let's see, I've bred some Frenchies and English Bulldogs as well. I had a litter of Great Danes also, so
Okay. You've been in the game for a minute.
just for a little bit.
Yeah. So Kylan, I'll let you go first, and then I'll ask what I'm gonna ask next.
I have been doing this dog thing for a long time with my mom as well. High school, I was breeding mastiffs. Me and my sister were breeding mastiffs in the pool with them, selling them, setting up the stud service, traveling to LA to go do the breeding, came back home, did the whelping process, all of that, sold the puppies. So that was like our little hustle in high school. Also with the English Bulldogs, the Frenchies, all of that, very hands-on, had to bottle feed. If you own those breeds, you know that it's a challenging time. The same with the Dobermans too. We're in the pool with them, very, very hands-on. But the mom does great work. So if this last litter was very large, so we had 13 puppies. Mom only had 10. Yeah, mom could only feed 10 at a time, so we were in there rotating, switching them out, but we got the job done.
What part of California y'all from?
SoCal. We're in Vegas
Okay.
right now.
Oh, y'all in Vegas. But Gypsy, you're from the South, right?
My family is. My
Your
mom,
family's from the South. Okay.
yeah, Louisiana.
Okay. Louisiana in the house. That's what's up.
But I'm from Los Angeles, and then we've lived in the Empire as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
Rancho
cool.
area.
Right. Okay, gotcha. All right. So, hey, dang, Colin. So you kind of grew up in it, which I got some cousins down here in Texas. And I mean, they grew up in it. So by the time they was 19, 20, they was like experts. They knew a lot more than a lot of people, adults. You know what I mean?
I feel like I know a lot. I'm not an expert. Of course, you learn every day, something new every day from somebody else too, and experiences. But I feel very confident in what I do. So I feel, and then also if I don't know something, I'm gonna go look for the answer. And if I'm really stuck, then I'm all right. I'm gonna reach out to my resources. But we always figure it out at the end of the day.
Right. So let's get into the roles, how y'all run y'all business. Like everybody, I'm sure got different strengths. So what are each of you guys' tasks?
Go ahead, take it over.
Right.
She did like this. Girl.
I know it's so funny because, they'll say, oh, your daughter helps you, but I don't take the credit. I say, well, I help my daughter. So we both have things that we don't like to do or do. My daughter here, she's also just passed her NCLEX on nursing. So she's also a registered nurse now.
Oh, I know who to borrow some money from.
Right. So she likes to, I'll hold the puppies and she'll inject when we do the vaccinations, right?
Yeah. Cleaning
out the puppy kennel where they are, she doesn't mind shaking the poop off, on the patio, and then I don't mind sweeping it up, right?
Right. Yeah.
I don't mind rinsing them out before I go and put them in the washer. She has a thing. She don't like pushing it down in the washer machine. So I do that, so it's funny because I'm like, you do the shaking and I'll do the pushing,
Yeah.
I'm very hands-on. I don't mind getting my hands dirty. Like, it's nothing to me. Cleaning them up, checking temperatures with the thermometer when they're getting close to labor, cleaning up the poop, whatever it is. I'm very hands-on. I can do it on my own, but of course, when you have help, it's easier. Not easy, easier.
That's me and my wife. We sound the same way. It's certain stuff she don't like to do that I can do. She usually like holds a puppy. I administer the vaccination. She's like, I can't stick that thing, But some of the stuff she do, I'm like, you can't do that, and you do that. You know what I mean? So it's like, but for as whelping the litters, well, she's definitely hands on like that with them litter, because there's some stuff in that litter box she does I wouldn't dare do. You know what I mean? So
it's funny. My granddaughter, she came by about 2 days ago, and we was just down to 2 puppies as of yesterday, and she came in like, Mama, basically, is there any poop I can go clean up? So she to clean the poop up.
She'll come over and be like, I want to be like you when I grow up.
Right.
I'm like, you do? Okay, all right, well, come on, put some gloves on.
How many G babies you got?
I have 4 now. I have
you got
2
4
boys and 2 girls.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
My grandbaby's 6, and then I just had a newborn, and she's about 2.5, 3 weeks now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, I'm crazy. See, I ain't got no grandbabies. I'm still having babies, kind of, sort of.
Oh, wow.
Like all my friends got grandkids and stuff. I'm the one start having kids at 30 something. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. I started young. I finished early too.
That's what's up. Yeah. Yeah. You can enjoy life right now. Pretty easy. I'm still taking kids with me. And but the funny thing about it is when you have kids older than my age, you don't all that fire you used to have when you was 20, it ain't there because your kids kind of like your grandkids. They be getting away with all kind of stuff, boy.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I'm a much calmer, more patient grandma. I said, but if I could have this temperament when they were growing up, I wish I did, because that's kind of rushing them along. And You think that they're supposed to know and, do everything the right way. So I was tough on them. I wish I had, like I said, the patience.
Right.
Yeah,
but you know what? Mom and your mom and dad, they always say, like, you understand what I mean when you get older, and then nobody says, I ain't never understood that you understand when you get older. That's for sure.
Yep.
That's for sure.
I say living.
Yeah, for real.
Keep
For real.
living.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. So this is a true family affair. Everybody involved. What does the day look like for you guys, especially when you got a litter on the ground?
Oh, shoot. Do we even see a day? This litter was really large.
13, yeah.
We don't really get no sleep, no rest, no time. I'm in a 2-story, so by the time we wake up, we downstairs all day until then. We try to stay up as late as we can so we can at least try to get 5 hours, once they get older, sleep. And we're down here the whole time.
Really?
But you got to feed them every 2 hours. And that's from when the first one ended, not the last one. Keeping their temperatures right, picking up a lot of poop. As soon as you clean that area, you put them back in.
That's too a mess
It
again.
starts all over again.
Mm-hmm.
So, what would you say our day looks like?
I get up about 5:30 in the morning and let all the bigger dogs out, come down, check on the puppies, clean the whelping box out, feed them for the day or for the morning. And then I head off to work for a few hours. She picks up. It's about 7 o'clock. Kind of starts to it just starts rotating, doing that same thing off and on throughout the day. I come back home. I pick up for the rest of the evening. We're probably not in bed till about 12. Going to sleep, back up 5:30, repeat.
Woo, Lord. Yeah.
Yep.
It's tough. How many adult dogs y'all got?
We have 4.
4 dogs. Okay. Yeah. And 4 Dobermans.
Yes.
All females? Okay.
Yeah.
All females. All right. Yeah. Y'all got to be careful too doing the heat cycles.
They all synced up this last time. Except the one that had just had her litter. The one that just had her litter, she didn't. It's not her time yet. But the other 3, they all synced up about a week apart from each other.
One get it and it triggers them all, and it triggers attitudes. Yeah, it triggers.
I haven't seen attitudes from them. They're pretty mellow as far as temperaments go with each other.
Boy, my female.
But I know they can.
They actually get sweeter.
Oh, they do? Yeah.
Oh,
they get more Velcro, more loving. Yeah. No, mine turned to gangbangers. Yeah.
No. Now the new moms, that's what they do.
Right.
They be real ornery and evil. Not want nobody around. Yeah, not at all. A new person will come in, they be hot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But when they come in, they be sweet.
Right. So y'all got the Dobermans, right? So I never down here where I'm in Arkansas. I've never seen Dobermans anymore. But when I was growing up, I mean, we'd see Dobermans, Rottweilers. They was the dogs when I was coming up. Then it went to like pit bulls and stuff like that. But does California still have a pretty strong Doberman culture?
I think it's starting to pick up because when I was growing up, I don't really remember seeing them around. Maybe in movies here and there. But now that I'm in it, I think I see more of it too.
Right.
Like a trend that's starting to pick back up.
Yeah.
Or also, like when you get a new car or something, you start seeing everybody with that car. Before, it might have just been you. So it could be that too. But yeah, growing up with me and my brother, he had a Doberman. So, and that was in the early 80s.
Right.
And then his father, he had 2. So I grew up around 3 Dobermans.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, my Nina, my red Doberman, she's my first one. I got her she's 5 now. I went and picked her out when she was 3 days old. And then picked her up at 8 weeks, paid 1 visit when she was 5 weeks. But yeah, I got into them about 5 years ago. And I'll tell you how I got into her. So I had a Belgian Malinois, and he ended up turning on one of my daughters. At the time, she was probably 15. And so me and her, we wasn't arguing, but we was going, she was at the kitchen table, I was at the computer, you know, something about folding some towels, you know. I ended up going in my room. He came in, followed me, laid on the side of the bed, which was his spot. She came in and she pointed out, I'm like, don't you do that to me. And as soon as she did that, he just launched at her, and it was like, to me, a full-blown attack, you know.
Yeah.
I jumped off my bed and barely grazed him because my bed is pretty high. When I jumped off, I snapped my ankle. So I fell immediately. But my little touch on him was really soft, you know, and he ended up letting her go, went laid back in his spot, looked at me with his eyes going up and down. And I'm looking at him like, you know, you messed up, right?
Yeah.
And he knew it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't even get up to go check on my daughter. I was on the ground.
Right.
You know? But I thought her stomach was going to be hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen her, and she didn't have to get any stitches, but he got her pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's when I started looking into another protection dog. So you know, I had already did the Rottweilers and the Pits, and then I had tried him. So my next one was like, all right.
Did he show any signs of possibly doing that before then that you
you know, he was
crazy when she did that? Made like a threatening
talking
gesture.
to her after, he would always try to hump her.
Oh yeah.
And she didn't let him hump him. And when she came in the room, she had told me, you know, Kiwi being mean, Mom. And I told her, like, don't let him, you know, like basically show him who's boss. Don't let him do that. Right. And so she chastised him, and he didn't like it. So he was probably just trying to show his dominancy with her, because he would, like I said, always try to hump her. Yeah, right. But he was a nut. You know, I had to have a toy and open one door. If he came out as kennel, he's coming out biting, and I was the decoy. He's gonna bite my stomach. You know, they got that scissor bite. Yeah. So I'd have to have a toy in one hand, you know, have the door open where he can just go right out. And I'm throwing, you know, so, you know, everybody say he had signs, but I loved him, and I didn't feel like he was going to turn on me. I'm just like, he just needs to get out more. Right. You know, that's what he do. That's his nature. He want to bite something. Yeah. So if I was the first thing there, he was going to bite me. He wasn't trying to get me. He wanted to just bite something. So, yeah. It's dogs like that. I mean, it's kind of, when you're working with these type breeds we involved with, that's something that a part of it, they can get a little bit protective. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. So I guess he probably felt safe coming to his little spot. That was his room. And here she come telling him, it's like, just like a human, get out. Don't tell me what to do. Close the door, you know? So he was trying to get her out of there.
So we all say we don't never have favorites with our children, and I'll never ask you a question like that about your children, but your dogs I will. But your dogs I will. So is it particular dogs that kind of like more lean to Kylan, or more to you, Gypsy?
I think that my Nina gets along with all of us. I think she favors men. Like if my brother come around or my nephew, she underneath them and ignoring us. But if it's just me and Kai, I think she go back and forth. Yeah. Now the other ones, we got them as adults. So, but Nina been around since she was a baby. Now the other ones as adults, us, they don't take to nobody else. But they do like, you know, they're cool with us, but we feed them and we here with them every day. So everybody else is a visitor to them, even family. Okay.
So you got into the Doberman. Now, did y'all get y'all Dobermans locally, or did y'all start importing? Because I know Gerald do a lot of importing, and a lot of you guys do actually, don't you? Okay.
Yeah. So my Nina, I got her from a local breeder. I had went on AKC, and this breeder was actually in Hemet. But when I contacted them, they didn't have any more available. But they had just bred their stud to someone who lived in Temecula, California. So at that time, I had went by and seen probably 3 different litters of puppies, and I ended up going with this particular one in Temecula. Now the sire to my Nina, he was a direct import from like Pride of Russia. So she's just, his offspring. And I could pull him up on that Doberman database and see all where he came from. So I leaned towards him.
Oh, okay.
And now my other females, Victory, I just imported her. She's from Serbia. And then I have 2 others that are from
Serbia.
They're from Serbia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
Yeah.
Kylan, how do you like the Dobermans? Did you like your Masters more or your Dobermans?
I really do like the Dobermans. I just think they're the total package.
Right.
So they look, they have the temperament, they have the drive, they have that protective instinct in them. They're sweet. You want your dog to love you too, just as much as you love them.
Right.
My Mastiff, so I was in high school. I left my Mastiffs, but I don't know, this is a different connection. It's probably just also a different mindset that I'm in, and being an adult, you appreciate things differently. Yeah. So I personally like the Dobermans. I don't know what other breed I would go into right now, but
I didn't want to do the Mastiffs anymore because we were doing the Dog Day Bordeaux Mastiffs. I don't know if you're familiar with that Turner and Hooch, or that one.
Yeah, for sure.
So we had those, and they drool a lot. So
that's another thing, they do drool a lot.
So I try to get away from the drool, and you go and get to feeding them, and they just drool.
They come
so hey, mama. I like the dogs in the house right underneath me,
Yeah,
so.
all on your pants, leaving.
So I think that's kind of where I left them alone.
Right.
Like, try to drool.
Right. So the European Dobermans, they are bigger than the American Dobermans, is what I hear.
Their body structure is bigger. They have bigger bone structure.
Bigger bones. Okay.
Yeah, they nozzles and stuff is a little bit more broader. They colors are deeper.
Yep.
They chest is bigger.
Yeah. They be poking out, boy. I was like, dang, look at them dog. They look good now.
Yeah, I like them better. Me,
Yeah. Right.
I think the American ones are a little bit more calmer. I'm sure it depends on every dog. Every dog ain't gonna be high or low, but
right.
On the average, the European ones, they got that more protection instinct in them.
Yeah, you like your dogs a little bit more fiery.
Preferably, yep.
Right. Y'all ain't playing around in California.
That's what they for, For me, that's what they for protection, for companionship, for loyalty.
Yeah.
And then they're Velcro dogs. They be right underneath you. So if I move, she'll move. I have one that if somebody comes to the door, she on the door. I got one that somebody comes to the door, she gonna sit on my feet and watch the door. So they all kind of are different in their own sense, but still very protective.
Well, don't nobody want to come to y'all house, do
they? Got too many dogs anyway. And that's fine.
Yeah, I want to go see her, but she got them dogs.
Crazy ones.
Yeah. So let's get into a subject. The double side breeding. This was Doug. Shout out to the co-producer Doug Coppage. He's one of the guys that told me about these young ladies, but I also saw him on Gerald's show a while back as well too. So the double side breeding, could you explain to us what is that? What's the purpose?
Okay, well, it's called either multi-sire, dual sire, double sire. They haven't named it, but you can do a triple sire really if you want to, right?
No.
So how I got into doing that, I had my nephew who got one of the puppies from the multi-sire breeding. He has Mac. He was the red collar boy. He wanted me to breed my Nina with Cisco. Right, that's Gerald's stud. And then my daughter, who has Kilo, the upcoming stud for Lotta Belle's, she wanted me to breed to Casanova. So when Gerald asked me, okay, well, which one of my studs, you looking, toward breeding? I really couldn't answer. I was going back and forth, like, shoot, I don't know, right? And he presented the offer to me and said, well, there's a thing called multi-sire breeding that AKC recognizes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, oh, okay. So me and my daughter, we did the research on it and thought it sounded pretty cool. Because I'm like, okay, I'll have both. So that's how that went. Okay. It's recognized. Mm-hmm. It has its benefits. And then it also has some downsides to it.
Yeah.
What are the downsides?
Some of the downsides. So in this situation, when we did our breeding. So, okay, let's start from the beginning. With AKC, in order to get your dogs recognized and registered with AKC, you have to do the DNA testing.
Well, for the imports.
No, in general, if you want to do the multi-sire breedings, in order to register your puppies, you have to have health and DNA tests on file with AKC. Right. Yeah. From the dams, all the sires, and then you're going to have to also do DNA tests on the puppies when they're here to match parentage, who matched up with who. So it's costly. It can be costly.
Oh, I know.
That litter we did. So so all the parents already had their DNA tests on file with AKC, and then the puppies we had to order 9 kits. So that's it was $55 per kit to do the DNA testing. That just adds up.
Okay. Just the DNA. Okay, yeah, I got you. All right.
Yeah, DNA, because that's what they need to match up which sires to which puppy. Mm-hmm. And then so the problem we ran into was with Casanova's DNA. Casanova was already on AKC's file with the older panel. And the younger dog, I think it was December 2022, I believe, they started using newer panels. Cisco was on the newer panel. Manina's on the newer panels. So, and then the puppies are on the newer panels. When we sent everything into AKC, it took them a while to match up because they couldn't get the older panels from Casanova to match with the new panels from the puppies.
Oh.
So we had to wait for the processing time. That's usually 4 to 6 weeks in general. So we waited that. We wasn't getting no answers. Like, what's going on? They're like, we were having trouble matching up his DNA in the lab. Okay. So then they had us re-swap all the puppies and put them on the older panel to match Casanova. But you knew Casanova passed away, so we couldn't put Casanova on the new panel. We had to retest all the puppies. At this point, puppies are going home.
Yeah.
So now we're like, oh my God. We had to go reach out to puppies, send swabs out of state, do the ones that are local, and send everything back in. So that just delayed the processing time even longer. Send them back in for another 4 to 6 week processing time. And they finally matched up. So only one matched to Cisco, which is the one my cousin has, because they were on the newer panel. So that was, that matched up. And then the rest of 8 were all Casanovas. But we knew that because it was a controlled breeding. But AKC was not going to recognize or approve the litter because they wanted it in writing, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
So that was the downfall to that. It can be costly. We ran into the issue of the panels being like a mix match thing.
Mm-hmm. What else? But the thing with the panels, so if you have your dogs already on there and they're on an older panel, say before, I guess, the 2022 it was, then I would recommend that you guys go ahead and get them on the newer panel. Because if you did do a multi-sired and they're on that old, it's going to totally delay the process.
Yeah.
We ended up losing a buyer because he wanted us to, have it in writing that the girl that he wanted was for sure Casanova's, and I assured him it was because we knew who we bred to, and process of elimination. If one only matched to Cisco, then all the others belong to Casanova.
Right.
So I don't know if you were following us, but we ended up we just rehomed them 2 5-month-old females, and that's kind of how we got stuck with one of them because of that process. So. Another downside to it is everybody has a preference.
Oh yeah, that was another thing.
What do you mean?
The different preferences was, I want a female from Casanova, or I want a male from Cisco. So you got a bunch of variances that you need to match up and you don't know who's who or what's what, who's gonna be this or you'll know the color and the sex, but you don't know the sire. So that was a big challenge too, because you don't want to end up being stuck with these puppies past 8 weeks at all.
Right.
That's a lot of work. They growing, and these Dobermans, they don't stay small.
No.
For very long at all. So I would say that. So we weren't a real big fan of that, because we did have some people who just, I want Cisco, or I want Casanova. Well, I want, is the red one Casanovas? Is the red one Cisco's? We don't know yet, so. But it was interesting to do. It was you get the
Would
best.
you do it again?
We was thinking about it. So we have a dam that's gonna come in heat soon, and we don't really know if we want to do Cisco or Titus. So now they're all on new panels. So I don't think that's gonna take as long to get the result. So maybe, but then it's still coming down to those other variances. Do you want a female? Do you want a male by him or her, or so you might get a deposit saying, I want a female only for this, and they don't want nothing else. So then when the DNA test results come back, what if it's the opposite? So now I'm going to have to re-promote, I got available so-and-so, because this person might back out, because we do guarantee that you'll get your deposit back if your preference is not available. So that's the downside to it.
Okay. So, as far as the process of it was artificial insemination, I'm right.
No, we did live.
We did live.
Okay, y'all did live coverage. Okay.
Right.
That's what I was going to ask you, because I know somebody told me that when they AI it, they actually mix the semen in together. And and then they say they have a pretty good success rate. How they put it to me. So what y'all did it live, which live is, I'll take the live over the AI. I'll tell you the truth.
Personally too. And we bred with Nina, so Nina was more at risk of catching something than the studs, because Nina, we know what she doing. She wasn't out there. You know what I mean? Because you do got to worry about STDs, with dogs
and all that stuff. Yeah.
So we kind of put her at the risk, but we had did a TCI on her first, and she didn't take. So this time I kind of wanted to do live preference. My preference to try and make sure that, because you have a higher success rate with it.
Right. So, but I see those puppies going all over the place. It's a good home. I seen Ben Simmons on a picture. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all
got him one.
Well, y'all heavy hitting like that?
Say that again.
Y'all said y'all heavy hitting like that? Ben Simmons hitting y'all up like that?
But
y'all all in California. Well, hey, let me ask you this, because y'all in Cali, and I'm in the
We're
South.
in Vegas.
Well, you in Vegas still.
We
Same
both
thing.
Vegas. We back
y'all
all the time.
Okay. So y'all were all the stars there, the stars, right? So do you think California breeders get more visibility because of the location, or how does it work? Does your Instagram got to be off the chain, or what?
I think it probably also matters how
advertising.
Much exposure you're giving your dog out in the public eye. So if you're constantly like beaches and stuff, you're gonna probably get a lot of attention, taking them out to dog parks constantly, all of that type of exposure. But social media, I don't know if it really matters the region you're in, because we got buyers from out of state, from different states, so it's not just here or locally or in California.
Right.
And we're promoting on AKC too, so that's worldwide. That's the web too. That's a big marketplace, American Kennel Club.
Right.
We get a lot of inquiries from out of the country. Canada, Uganda, Nigeria, somewhere from the UK. I'm like, I don't know the shipping process to export. We're working on that, but they're coming from all over.
But that's a sweet thing. That's a sweet thing about being in the breed you guys in. It ain't saturated like the Corso. Saturated. You know what I mean? Very saturated market. I don't see the Doberman being as saturated as some of these other breeds are.
Yeah, we got out of the Frenchies and Englishes. That was our last one before we moved on to the
those
Dobermans,
Frenchies,
and
yeah.
that was saturated. You know,
Boy,
people wanted
that
to
was
give
nuts.
the dogs away because everybody had them. It was awful.
Right,
It's like,
right.
you know, we know what they worth and we know the time that we put into them. So
Uh-huh.
I'm not giving away really too much of nothing unless I absolutely have to. So and then they took up a lot of time. They were aspirating. It was a big process with them. Bottle feeding them, cesareans, mandatory cesareans. You know, for them not to be moving like they need to move. Because I don't want to hold on to nothing really past 8 weeks. They need to be getting acclimated to their forever home.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But I tell you, working with those Dobermans ain't nowhere near like working with them Frenchies, though, is it? For as you mentioned aspiration, and you have a lot of equipment you had to have, and
Right.
I remember I sold all my stuff once I got rid of my Frenchies. I used to ship them in from Serbia. I used to, with these dogs here, most time I just need a heat lamp or something like that. But so
in the incubator. Yeah.
but
we do
dealing with
heat
Frenchies
lamps
teach
too.
you a lot about whelping and puppy care, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, because none of the other ones we have to be hands on as much.
Yeah.
We do the
So
heat
is
lamp.
it many women? I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
Oh, you fine. Go ahead. I was just saying it's like we have to keep them warm as well, but we don't have to have them in that incubator. We could just do the heating lamp and the heating pads. We do, and then we have the heat up in here, so we in here sweating too. So that because they body temperature's got to be about 85.
Yeah.
For a while so we in there sweating with them. But,
right.
Smell like hot puppy.
Yeah, I know, right? So, but yeah, I one thing too about the bigger breeds, sorry, you could do more with the dog. You know what I mean? Versus the Frenchie. The Frenchie more like perfect with people with apartments and things like that. But where I live in the mountain biking capital of the world. You ever heard of the Ozarks? Ozark Mountains. So I live up in there. So people always riding bikes, hiking. They just, the bigger dog, the bigger athletic dog, not too big. The Corsos kind of perfect for families. And the Doberman, that size dog. What size is the Doberman? Like a male, what's the top weight you would think healthy Doberman?
What, about 110 maybe?
Yeah, not too big, but that's
about
big though.
90 for sure. But our females are about 90.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Except my Nina's a little smaller. She's about 77 on average. Now when she's gaining her weight, she'll get up to 80. But she's just on the smaller side of them.
Right. In this business, in the Doberman side, is there a lot of other women involved that you see?
No, not too many. Not even just breeding itself. I mean, we're out there, so I know they have Meredith, Rocky Mountains, and
Rocky Mountain Doberman.
Yeah.
Yeah, she funny as shit. Excuse me. Yeah, she funny. Yeah.
Right. She's funny, but she do keep it real though.
Honey, let me tell you something.
Right.
Yeah, I need to have her on. She's crazy. Boy. Yeah, I follow her on Instagram. Yeah. But y'all know her pretty good.
Well, I mean, we don't know her too good, but we know her. We talk a few times. Right.
Cool.
But she is funny.
Right.
I think the women in the scenery, probably wives you see kind of in the back, and it's the husband leading the kennel. But I don't really see too many women just doing it all on their own.
You're right. You're right about that. Now I might see that a little bit more in the Frenchie world, women stepping out more. But for bigger breeds, in my breed, I see a lot of women.
Bullies, I've seen some with XL bullies.
Yeah, the bully chick. Oh yeah, does her Frenchies.
Yeah. Actually, I had Aria from Samba Kennels on here, and she deal with the bullies and the Brazilian bullies and things like that. Yeah.
Gerald's interviewed a few females too. I think from the Bay Area. think they were.
Right. So the culture of dogs in California as a whole, what are we gonna see more of the Frenchie sides, the small companion dogs, or is it a pretty much even mix of bigger breeds and things like that?
I think I've seen pits, Rottweilers, and Mastiffs.
Okay. Yeah.
And then, the Frenchies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. They're gonna be
Yorkies.
Yorkies too.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, there was something else I was gonna ask y'all. Any advice for new breeders you want to give out? Both of you guys can answer that one.
I think do your research. I think a lot of people think it's easy, and it's not. It's a lot of work.
It is.
It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of determination. Like you tired, you got to push through it. You just got to push through and do it, because at the end of the day, you're taking care of lives. It's not just about you, so you have to sacrifice. Be knowledgeable. You don't have to know everything, but have some type of common sense on certain things, and know how to use your resources instead of just going to somebody asking for answers. You got to put in the work and learn. That's how you learn, doing your research too, and doing it.
You got to do it.
You got to do it. There's really no shortcuts in it.
Right.
I mean, and you'll see that if you start losing puppies, or you have sick puppies or sick dams or studs, you have to be on top of it. You got to be proactive in a lot of things.
Right. Being that, Kyle, being that you had a lot of hands-on with these dogs and everything, do y'all get a lot of calls like, "Hey, look, I need some help with my litter"? Do y'all have a lot of people reach out for things like that?
I think there's more questions about when the puppy's going home. So when we do our puppy, when we meet the new buyers and introduce the puppies, we give our whole rundown about, it's an overwhelming experience in that moment. So of course you're going to get information, you're going to listen to some of it, but you're going to miss a lot of stuff. So you're going to have questions on the back end, but also you need to, as a responsible buyer, you got to do your research beforehand and what you're getting yourself into. So you have some type of foundation to build off of. We're here to support you all the way through. So I don't care if you call me, text me, hit me up on Instagram, however we communicate. I'm here to answer whatever questions you have, or like whatever I've tried to do, give you advice on what works for us. But every dog is different also. And different methods that I use that I like may not work for you. It may not work for your dog. So also do your research.
Yes, ma'am.
I think that's what it is. It's people that are newer to the breed, or maybe haven't had a puppy in a while, and it's like, I don't remember what to do. This is new to me. I don't know what to do. So I think we get more questions on that versus someone start. And I've gotten some inquiries or some questions about like what to do as far as wanting to get started in their own breeding program. Where do I start? What do I do? It boils back down to start doing your research and seeing what do you think might be something you're into. Different breeds, the Frenchies and Bulldogs, are going to be probably a little bit more challenging versus something of a larger breed. Kind of get you started and see what works for you.
Right. Gypsy, before you go, who is those dogs above your head there?
Okay, that's this is Victory. She's the one who just had the large litter of 13.
Okay.
Right here, that's my Nina. She had the other litter prior to this 13 litter. She had 9.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So, Miss Gypsy, you've been in the game. Let me quit calling it the game. You've been in this industry for a while. You say game. Look at it, he all hood and stuff. This ain't no game. It's for real life. But what advice do you have for new breeders? Anything you want to say, women, men, everybody?
Pretty much piggybacking off of what Kylan said, do your research, decide what dog is going to fit your lifestyle, which, what's going to be, what you're going to be able to afford also, who's going to have, what kind of health conditions do they have, because you got to consider vet bills and all types of things. What kind of food, what kind of diet they're gonna have, what kind of like
activity
mobility
level they need.
Right. That's right, exactly. You got people who are in apartments and stuff, and that's fine, but you're gonna have to take that dog out to run, or you're gonna have to invest in a treadmill.
Yeah.
So do your research and know that it's not just all glitz and glamour what it appears, because we haven't shown you us cleaning out the kennel and all the shit that we go through with them, and that's with the poop and all the other stuff too, with the tail docking, the declawing, all that stuff,
Right.
the tail's not taken and docked right, and we have to get our whole litter. I think most of them all revised because their tails wasn't done right, and we took them to the vet. This is a professional vet that does them, but
They they F up too. Woo,
Right.
Boy,
This
I
is,
just got screwed over big time not too long ago on some stuff. But
yeah, so the kind of Corsos, they get docked too. So I don't know what their healing process is, but you got to keep the mom from licking them.
yeah.
I'm even considering just doing the docking and the cropping at the same time, because it takes away from the mom being able to be a mom and just be with them, because you got to make sure she's not licking the stitches away. So you got to hold them, you got to block the tail and give them to the mom, like, okay, lick lick only right here. No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
And
but
this is at 2,
but
3, 4, 5 in the morning you doing this, so
yeah,
it ain't as easy as it look. It's a lot of work.
it's a lot of work. And then I got a different breed here too. I got about 3 dogs they call. I'm sure y'all heard of the Alibi, right? Central Asian Shepherd.
I actually haven't.
I think
Okay,
I have.
well,
I know
I got
shepherds for sure.
yeah. This is mine come out of Russia, and they
Okay.
some rough dogs. They some rough dogs, and I have to be careful about how I home them. I mean, I can't. If you ain't got no land and no predators, don't call me about no Central Asian Shepherd from me. If you ain't got that, if you ain't got 2-3 acres plus, don't call me for that dog, because they really serious dog. But the thing about them, they get cropped and docked between 3 and 5 days. Ears, this is standard. Ears off, tail docked, everything. 3 to 5 days. They don't have ears. You know what I mean?
Oh, that is the one with the short ears.
Right. Yeah.
But there's no posting that comes along with them. They
nothing.
just
Nothing. Just they come
short
right
enough
off.
stand on their
Yeah.
own.
Yeah, and then sometimes the shock of it, for the most part, most of mine live, but sometimes they say the shock of him just coming off like that is kind of rough on the dog. But y'all, the people don't understand kind of some of the stuff, like the medical stuff. I know, like just having kids around, they growing up whelping and seeing these dogs dealing with loss, getting attached to dogs. Hey, the puppy got to go. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I've been through that. Having 4 daughters and having a litter. Everybody, I like this one, I like that one, I like that one, I like that one. So, and I had 2 nephews growing up in the house with me, so they like this one and that one too. And don't get into my mom. She be stuck on one. So I should be trying to keep them all. So if we're gonna keep them, I'm like, we're gonna have a whole lot of Bells, because I'm not really keeping the boys. We're gonna keep something that we can breed and reproduce.
Right.
It do get touchy with that.
It does. And then don't have no tragedies, because you're dealing with almost like livestock. Stuff happens, death, health issues. We crank out a lot of money. They don't understand.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And then sell the one or get rid of the one that she wanted. Then you paying favoritism. Why she keep the one that she wanted? But I get what you're saying too. We do.
Right.
We've been blessed though and fortunate, being proactive, making sure that the moms is taken care of, prior to breeding them. While they're pregnant, making sure they're getting the extra nutrients too, so that they can support that, while they're pregnant and then after they have them, because it's just like a female woman, we take prenatals when we're pregnant. So the dogs, they have to have their extra nutrients too.
Right.
Yeah, making sure that we are giving the puppies when they come, that's their best head start in life, you know, to make sure that they taken care of. And then also making sure mom is taken care of after. You know, we got to load her up with vitamins and calcium and stuff too to make her back strong, because she just, you know, she's what do you call it, deplenished of all her nutrients. She's stripped of them. So we got to load her up, get her, you know, prepared for the next one.
Well, y'all could do a whole show on whelping, couldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Y'all got anything else you want to add if I didn't add something?
We didn't talk about the benefits of the multi-sired breeding.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, so just like she was saying, like we didn't know what Seb wanted to use. And then also Nina's a little older, and we didn't want to breed her and run her to the ground. You know what I mean? We want to be ethical and as responsible as possible. So we were like, okay, well, let's see. We'll do 2 studs. Let's see what happens. So it was like kind of an age thing. And then you get a variation. You get different looks. You get different structure. You get different temperaments. You might get different drives. Right. Different bloodlines. So you just create a whole another little pool of things that your buyers can choose from. That was another positive thing about it that I did enjoy. You just get to see the difference. And then while we're waiting for DNA tests, we don't know which one is which, who's the daddy of which one. So it's like you're starting to pick up on different personalities, and oh, that one must be that one because look how he's attacking the rag or whatever. This one's a little calmer. Yeah. Maybe it's that one. So, you know, we had our little guessing games. A lot of them. Yeah, we were wrong.
Because that litter right there, that was fire. They all had high energy, you know. So I underestimated what Casanova was putting out. You know, but he was IGP for sure. But that litter right there, fire, all of them work.
Yeah, Gerald said if they don't work, they can't live here. His house.
Right. Don't underestimate. So that would be a benefit. You know, if our girls maybe on the calmer, you know, tear up with some. What do I say? Pair her up with a, you know, maybe one that has more high energy. If you want something like that, or if you want to, you know, I'm gonna have to probably, like you said, Gerald's are high energy working, so probably have to reach outside of his camp if I want something that's gonna be a little bit lower. Because you do get people who want a mix. You know, some want something that's gonna be bouncing off the walls, and some want something that just look good and is gonna be protective because they, you know, they don't want high energy. But be prepared for these Dobermans. They all have different personalities for sure. Even though they have the same, you know, same characteristics, but their personalities, they're not all gonna be the same.
Yeah. What the future would look like for y'all? Well, y'all got anything planned? Anywhere you want to be? Any surprises in the future?
Well, we're looking into importing another female now. Bring her in and see how she does, do her health testing and stuff and everything, make sure she's all good, you know, spend a little time with her, and hopefully she'll be next. So we'll be dropping hopefully a litter beginning of next year, I'm hoping. But our future, you know, our future is bright, it's big. We young and, you know, we energetic and trying to make the best of it. But we want to put out temperament, you know, dogs that have great temperaments.
Temperament is so important.
Trainability. Whether you're going to have them tuned down or tuned up, we want that balance, you know. Make sure that the bloodline is what it's supposed to be, what the European standard is, because they're European. As far as the shipping, I kind of advise people, man, if you don't know what you're doing, you better get some help and everything. I know Gerald been doing some shows over there. I was like, whoa, Lord, what's going on? But importing.
Yeah, the importing. Yeah. What advice do you have on importing?
You know, I don't want to deal with nobody that somebody else hasn't had a positive experience from. You know, I want to deal with somebody who's professional and not just looking for a quick buck, you know, who also cares about who they sending their dog to, you know, because they usually, I'm importing grown or females, because
Right.
It's a business too. So, it's not, I do it because I love it, but I also do it because it's my business.
Yeah.
So,
it is a business.
right.
Yeah.
So just be cautious. If you guys want something that you can get from over there, you can contact us at Lotta Belle's Kennel. We're on all the platforms. We got YouTube, Instagram.
They buy straight from you. Y'all ain't going over there.
Right.
Y'all getting it straight from her.
We got them here. So we're trustworthy and we're
Yeah.
communicative, so you can trust us. We're not going to give you, I'm not going to give you nothing that I don't want.
That's right.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and we're not breeding to no trash either. So
that's right.
Come over here to us and trust us, because you don't know what's going to happen. It is a chance. It's a gamble.
Yeah.
You don't know.
That's right. Yeah. Well, ladies, I thank y'all so much for coming to the NWA Connie Corso channel. They're gonna be on
thank
your
you,
Instagram.
Joe.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Right. And Doug.
Yeah, Doug. Thank you, Doug. One day, maybe what's this, October, maybe next year, when y'all everybody settle down, we in the house for the winter. I want to do a show on whelping, and we're gonna get inside on it and let them get a little insight on that and all that stuff. So if y'all down to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do this, Miss Gypsy and Miss Kylan. Let's tell them how to get in touch with you. All that good stuff, resources you might have available, websites, all that good stuff.
Well, go ahead, Belle.
So we have our social media platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, all at Lotta Belle's Kennel. So just like that, how it is on our screen. We also post puppies on AKC Marketplace, so you can search our kennel name there. We also have email address, lottabellskennel@yahoo.com. So very easy to find. Reach out to us if you have any questions, inquiries, anything like that. And that's the easiest way we can get in touch with. We'll be working on our website soon, so that's also going to be another way we can, buyers or people that have questions can reach out to us.
Right. Them websites help, man. You know what they do? They answer a lot of questions before people get to me, so I don't have to answer the same questions over and over and over and over. I
don't know. Questions and we'll still get them over and over again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. You can. I can put up something right here, right now. And it could be something like, I got 5 dogs for sale. I got 4 boys and 1 girl. Someone say, how many boys you got?
Yeah.
It never fails. It never fails.
Right.
So yeah. Okay, ladies, I appreciate y'all. Everybody, go visit them on Instagram and look them up. Give them a like, follow, and we out.
All right, Joe. Thank you.
All right. We see y'all. I appreciate it.
Of course, thank you. Appreciate you too.
Yes, ma'am. Step into the realm of canine wisdom with our podcast, NWA Connie Corsos, where we interview dog men and women from around the globe. Discover their talents and insights on breeding, training, nutrition, and the rich history of dogs. Tune in to the most underrated yet influential dog podcast on social media. Your journey into the dog world starts here.